very light aircraft.
So anyway, I'm all set to go. Welcome aboard, and if you're ready, let's go do it.
I'm ready.
All right, we'll get the departure dialed in here. Rochester Tower, Oracle 5 is ready for departure 25.
Oracle 5, Rochester Tower, runway 25, line of await, traffic plan on runway 22, additional traffic about 2.5 mile left base for 25.
Okay, line up and wait 25, Oracle 5.
Hey, Charlie Bravo, square up to join a 2 mile straight in final runway 25.
Okay, 2 mile final, 8 Charlie Bravo.
We'll go out and play, and then you can
Charlie Bravo,
see what Sean's capable of.
On your runway,
okay, he really beats himself up in that airplane. I don't know if you've ever watched him fly before.
Oh yeah, I sure have.
It's pretty
okay,
amazing.
we have him.
Wait for this one to come in. My wife's a first officer for United Express, flies the ERJ.
Hey, Oracle 5, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 25, Oracle 5. Well, that's surprising. You're sharing us with that guy right there.
Hey, Charlie Bravo, runway 25.
All right, sir, here we go.
Clear land 25, 8 Charlie Bravo.
300 horsepower coming to life.
Nice.
Wisconsin 3580, turn left, ground point 7.
Gotta get up to about 4,000 feet where it's a little cooler.
Oracle 5, contact departure.
Switching now, Oracle 5. Thank you, sir. Rochester departure. Good morning. Oracle 5 is with you through 800.
Hey, flight 4274 is field safe out.
Oracle 5, Rochester departure, radar contact, turn left, heading 170 on course.
170 on course, in the turn now, Oracle 5.
Take flight 4274, Roger, expect
You're going to learn to love the visibility out of this thing, too.
Yeah, it's incredible visibility.
Roger 4274.
All right, well, tell you what, Matt, if you want it, go ahead and take the airplane. We're just going to head this heading, so just kind of pick a point out there and head for it.
Okay.
And we're kind of restricted initially to 3,500, and let's climb at about 120 knots. Any steeper than that, we can't really see over the nose very well.
Okay. And
you've got the
control.
And you've got the rudders and the stick.
Roger.
So you're going to get back in your 182 and think somebody went and unhooked the ailerons on it.
Oh, yeah.
Terminate service.
Listen, 26 uniform radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Good day, sir.
Roger.
Now, part of the goal on our flight is to teach you how to at least loop and roll this thing. So while we're on our way out there, try to just learn what level flight looks like. And there's one thing that's kind of deceptive with this airplane is the paint job on the nose. It kind of misleads you to line up that center line of where the paint comes together and level that. That's really not the exact center. So right now you're slightly right wing low.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. That's perfectly level right there.
Okay, I see what you're saying about that visual reference.
Yeah, and your brain naturally wants to put that dividing line in the center, and that's really not center. And almost every single person will fly it. Even when I'm in here by myself, I'll find myself doing it. The only reason I wouldn't do it now is because your head's blocking that line, and I can only see the wing, and that forces me to reference the wing.
Okay, I gotcha.
And the level is important, obviously, in the loop, because the loop, we want it to be in a nice vertical plane, and if you start the pull with a right wing down, it's not going to. It's going to be a loop, but it's going to be laid over on its side a bit. So.
Right.
Take a flight 4274, clear visual approach from 22, contact tower 118.3. Good day, guys.
Tower 18.3, clear for visual 22, Eagle Flight 4274, good day.
we got a beautiful day for it. Sean's going to put on a great show.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Hopefully we're going to have good weather. I'm trying to get 2 of these airplanes moved to Dayton this afternoon, so hopefully we have weather the rest of the way.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, we're going to take the biplane and the Seneca to Dayton and drop them off, and then in a perfect world, if it all goes according to plan, I'm going to hop on a jet and come back tonight and get this one tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay.
Departure, this is Pitts 260 Hotel Papa out of 1,800 to 3,500.
November 260 Hotel Papa, Rochester departure radar contact. Turn right heading 290.
Right 290 Hotel Papa.
So once we get clear of the Class C, we're just going to go ahead and cancel so that we can talk and not have to worry about listening to them. You know, it's kind of like the trade-off. It's nice to have the advisories, but we do have the TIS traffic back here, and it's pretty effective in the area. So that way we can talk and not have to listen to them the whole time. Actually, it's pretty quiet this morning. Yesterday was just crazy. They got really busy.
Yeah, it depends on the time of the day. It can get real busy. It's the same over in Buffalo. They're very similar airports.
Yeah. November 0 Hotel Papa, turn right heading 350 on course.
350, thank you very much, Hotel Papa.
Rochester departure, Oracle 5.
Oracle 5, Rochester approach.
Yes, sir. I wonder if we can cancel with you and Able and negative services, and we'll call when inbound.
Oracle 5, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Traffic's 10 o'clock and 3 miles southeastbound is G44 VFR 2600.
Okay, sir. We'll be looking for that traffic, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. All right. We can turn them off. We can go on up to 4,000.
Okay.
And, you know, 4 was usually my starting point. It doesn't have to be exactly 4. 4 or better is fine. Got a nice feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
You know, if you want, just give it some left, give it some right, just kind of get a feel for it. So we're going to let you do a lot of
you're
flying.
right.
It's, you know, I was telling your friends back there, I said it's actually, in a lot of ways, it flies more like a helicopter than an airplane.
No, I would agree with you. Much more, it's like the tilt of the rotor system.
Yep, it's just so instantaneous. You know, I tell people you just kind of think about it going somewhere and it's already headed there, so. Alright, well, we're almost to our practice area. Come about, give me about 5 degrees left.
Okay.
That'll put, I got the sectional out yesterday and my little highlighter to find all the legal spots where we can go, and one of the only ones south of the airport was right about where we are right now. Not a lot of space. Alright, so I'm going to get on the controls with you.
Sure.
But don't let go. I want you to ride along, get a feel for it. So we're just going to kind of check out the area here. People down there are probably ready for us to leave. That's another reason I like to get high, obviously for safety reasons, but too, it is a Saturday morning, and I'm sure they don't want to be listening to us down low making a lot of racket. So what I'll normally do, Matt, is start with just some wingovers.
Okay.
And for 2 different reasons. If you were a non-aviator, it's just to kind of get you used to seeing the horizon, doing things that you're not used to. You know, everybody's used to seeing the world from a little porthole in the back of an airliner. They're not used to seeing things out the front. So it kind of eases them into it. For a pilot, I like to do it just because it kind of gives them a sense of the control harmony on the airplane. So, you know, wing over, just very basic maneuver. And the other thing I like to do is, and you'll find I talk quite a bit when we're flying.
Oh, so. No problem at all, Brian.
And so, you know, typically start by looking straight ahead. Oh, and actually, to reference the Finger Lake off of our left wingtip. See the very tip of that lake out there?
Yep.
Keep that in mind because we're going to need that as a reference point here in a little bit.
Okay.
So anyway, the wing overs, we'd like to just, we're just going to bring the nose up initially. No roll. Start to introduce some roll. Now I'm just looking down the left wing. So now we're just in the climbing half of the turn. Maximum altitude here. Our objective, obviously, is to reverse course 180 degrees, anticipate that smooth rollout to our initial altitude and our reciprocal heading. So you can see if you've never done anything like this before, this is kind of like, oh, you know, the challenge I have is people that I take for a ride who have actually seen Sean fly, because they're already going to be nervous because they just think we're going to go up and do what they've seen Sean do.
Oh, yeah.
So this gives me an opportunity to say, no, this isn't scary. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, reference the tip of that lake off to our left wing. And so now we're just going to do a big old barrel roll. So we're going to start by the same pitch, pretty steep pitch. Right now I'm focused on the tip of that lake right off the left wing tip. And our goal is just to fly the nose of the plane to the tip of that lake just as we go through inverted. And then to come back out on our southerly heading here.
Ah, very nice.
Very nice, gentle barrel roll. Then we're just going to keep accelerating, looking for about 170 miles an hour. Nose is coming straight up again, so this is just going to be our nice inside loop, and this is what we're going to have you doing here shortly. So sticks coming straight back. We want to maintain about a nice, easy 3G pole. We got our smoke down there for a nice reference on our line. Yep. So you'll find that you're going to make the required corrections to come out parallel to that smoke really without even thinking about it.
Right, because it's there.
Yep, it's like a trail of breadcrumbs. Now we're just going to do a hammerhead, so we're just going to pull up, looking out to the left. We're just going straight up here, getting slower. The airplane will start to shake. It's talking to us, telling us when it's time to kick. Opposite right rudder, we're just going to come straight down. Nice easy pull. If you look up ahead, you'll see the smoke trail from the loop we did.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're just going to kind of come up and do our victory roll right through our smoke ring here. Back to level, and I'm just going to knock it off just for a second because I'm showing there's someone below us.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't want to. When we're flying aerobatics, we have a little added responsibility for traffic watch because they certainly aren't expecting to see an airplane coming at them from straight above. So.
No, that does get a little shocking for folks.
So we kind of have to look a little harder than usual.
What do you have them off the left?
I don't see him, and he's not showing up on the meter here anymore. I've been getting a lot of just erroneous readings, but
yeah, to be
honest, I don't want to assume that they're not there either.
Yep.
So there's our trail from the first little bit, and I assume you're doing great.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll do a few more things here, then we'll start talking about loops and rolls, and since you're a pilot, we're going to work on the barrel rolls too.
Okay.
And some hammerheads if you're up for it.
Sure.
So anyway, normally if that traffic hadn't have showed up, we would have just kind of dived back down again. Now we can do a reverse half Cuban, so up on a 45 as the airplane's decelerating. Just going to do a half roll and hold it here. Let the world come around to meet us. And we can just keep it coming around the corner. Once again, it's going to start looking like a loop. But rather than continuing around, we're just going to stop on the inverted 45. Another half roll. So far, we're about 5 positive G's, so nice. Do a sample of some negative G's, which most people don't really ever get to experience. So again, we're going to pull vertical. Looking out that left wing once again. Going straight up. But now we're just going to push over the top. Now we're looking straight ahead. Here comes Mother Earth right out the front. And right back down. Back to level. Stop. And then we can just bring her all the way around. So
Nice.
Did a great airplane?
Oh, you're not kidding.
I love this airplane. It'll do just about anything we want, you know. We can tumble her end over end. And recover. So tell you what, why don't you get on the controls with me here? We'll start with the loop and the roll.
Okay.
Then we'll do a hammerhead, and then believe it or not, the hardest maneuver to show you is the barrel roll, which is actually the easiest to ride through.
Really?
When it's done properly.
You want me to point back over by the lake?
Yeah, let's go south. You know, on the barrel roll, it's kind of, because it's such a precision maneuver, you got to really finally combine all three controls, and it's easy to come up short by just being off a little bit with any one of the three.
Okay.
But it's the, you know, you could close your eyes, I could fly a just general barrel roll, and you'd never even know we went upside down. So anyway, so let's start with the aileron roll. Just kind of pick a heading here, and what I want you to do is pitch the nose up until your feet are about even with the horizon, which is going to give us about 30 degrees nose high. A little higher, there you go. And then just stick over to the left. Just pure aileron, all the way around, faster, still, all the way around, and then we want to pull. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is I've got the airplane.
You got the airplane?
So we're going to bring it up and let's demonstrate. I just want you to go a little higher and then a little faster in the roll, because ideally we want to end up with the nose back on the horizon when we complete the roll.
Oh, okay, I got
right
you.
there. So there you go.
I've got them.
So it's all just pure aileron. And speed's good anytime you're ready. So pitch her up about 30, 40 degrees, and then just over to the left. There you go. See how we came out back on the horizon?
Oh, yeah, I got you now.
Much better. Good job. Okay, I've got the airplane.
You have the airplane?
So let's see. I'm just keeping checking our practice area. I don't want to get us too far from, I know there was an airway down this way, so I think we'll do the loop headed to the north.
Yeah, not seeing anything.
There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do on the loop is you've got the airplane once again. We'll go northbound. And what I'm going to have you do, before you do it, we'll talk about it. I'm going to have you just apply some forward pressure on the stick. It'll start us downhill. Let's look for 170 miles an hour.
Okay.
Once you see that 170, just start a gentle pull straight back towards your belly button. Don't bring the stick left or right. And again, we want to start with those wings perfectly level. And right now, you're a little right wing low again. So right there, much nicer. So anytime you're ready, lower the nose. We'll look for 170. Once you lose sight of the horizon in the pull, just tip your head straight back and look out through the top of the canopy. And just make whatever corrections you need to make for us to come out parallel to that trail of smoke.
Okay.
And it's about it. And just listen to my voice. I'll tell you if you need to pull harder or not as hard.
Okay, you got it.
So here we go. Loop number 1. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Okay.
A little more pull. There you go. That's a good pull. Actually, a little more. Just a little more pull. There you go. Heads back. We're looking for that smoke trail. Pull, pull, pull. A little more, a little more. There you go. So just make your corrections, and we're going to come out parallel. Let the airplane fly. It's starting to stall on you there.
Yeah, it sure did.
And all the way back to level. Good job. That was all you.
What a blast.
All right. I've got the airplane.
Do you have the airplane?
Well done. That's the nice thing with this airplane is it talks to you. So, you know, you don't need a stall warning horn because it gives you that little bit of a shudder so you know that something's about to happen. So, we'll try the, you want to try a hammerhead or a barrel roll?
Hammerhead.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of get us a little more closer to my little spot I picked out. This little quarry off the left wing was kind of my center point I was using. So the hammerhead's a little tricky because there's a lot of dynamics going on with speed. So we're going to start the maneuver fast, do about a 4G pull to vertical, and we're going to just reference the wing to no vertical. And just remember, it's a symmetrical wing, so if you line the surface of the wing, you can see up perpendicular to the horizon. We're not perpendicular to the horizon because that's the top surface of the wing. We actually want to line the chord of the wing up with the horizon.
Right.
So it'll actually look like we're tipped a little bit backwards when we're right. And as we slow down, the torque of the engine's going to take over and want to start rotating the airplane. So the easy way to do it, and this will make sense to you being a helicopter pilot, is I tell people to pick the very tip of the aileron, line it up on something out on the horizon, and this is the way I explain it. Do whatever you have to do to not let that point move.
Gotcha.
You know, if I sit here and tell people, okay, if it moves to the left, move the aileron to the right, they completely get lost. And I say, just pretend it's a video game. Use the controller and the pedals to keep that point from moving, and it just works so much better that way. So anyway, we'll just demonstrate one. Once the airplane starts to shudder a little bit, you just want to go in full left rudder, and you're going to find you're going to need to start moving the stick to the right, up, forward, and to the right. So just kind of ride along with me. And again, I'll show you where to look. So we're looking straight ahead. Okay, we're going to start a pull. We want to keep that nose moving up a straight line. There we go. Now we're looking out at the very tip of the aileron.
Gotcha.
And I'm just holding it. Holding it. I'm feeding in some right rudder to keep us. There's the shutter. Hard full left rudder. Actually got us a little slow there. Nose is going to come around. We're going to stop it with right rudder. Let the airplane fly. And then a nice easy pull off the backside.
Okay.
All right. I kind of slopped that one up on the top because I got us too slow. So we'll get us turned around here. So the hardest thing is just to keep that wing from rotating, and you'll find rudder and some aileron, you can stop it. So
Okay.
tell you what, you've got the airplane.
I've got the
And
airplane.
just kind of keep us in this same turn ought to work out really well, and then we'll get just a nice easy turn back to the south. Altitude's looking great. What a great day.
Yeah, beautiful.
So do you live in the area?
I live over by Buffalo, so
Okay.
about an hour drive or a 15-minute flight.
Well, last night we got to experience the Dinosaur Bar and Grill. Barbecue
there we
place.
go,
It was
yeah.
very good. See this road that's headed off to the south? We'll kind of get lined up over that.
Okay.
Kind of goes off into the distance there.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, just go ahead and lower that nose, then shoot for 170 once again, and then a nice pull to vertical.
Okay.
So initially I'll start the pull by referencing the nose against the clouds to make sure I'm not swinging it left or right. Then once you're kind of up about 45, 50 degrees, just watch the wingtip. And we'll turn the smoke on because that's our little breadcrumb trail. So whenever you're ready, here comes the hammerhead. Nose is coming up. Up to vertical, a little more pull, pull. Keep her coming. Okay, right about there is vertical. This is how we're kind of rotating. Now, hard full left rudder. And then you'll stop it with right rudder.
Yep.
And let it fly. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I can see where that would take some practice. Yeah.
There's your hammerhead. Let's see where we are. You're welcome to give her another one if you wish. You want to do the pull a little quicker to get us vertical because we're going to bleed off speed the other way.
You want me to come around back facing south again?
Actually, we're good this heading. We can just lower the nose and do it right here.
Okay, then pull.
There you go. Keep her going. Okay, now look at that wingtip. There you go, and just let that wing stay in the right spot. Same spot. Once you feel it shutter, hard full left rudder right now. Left rudder all the way to the stop. All the way around. Now stop it with the right rudder. Now let it fly. Easy pull. There you go.
Yes, if that wasn't an easy pull.
No. So this airplane's real easy to secondary stall, as you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got the airplane.
You got the airplane?
That was much better. Notice how I'm sure you'll agree that one went much smoother. So we'll get in now the barrel roll. Now the hard one. The one that always surprises everybody because they think it's the easy one. So see, so there's your trail from your hammerhead. You went up, you went right back down. Perfect. Nice. All right, let's see here. Let's go. I'll go over this way a little bit. We'll kind of go right over the top of that blue water tower. Are you still feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. See, isn't this fun?
Oh, it's a blast.
Okay, so I'll talk you through one, and the best way to think of the barrel roll is to think of it as two different maneuvers. We have a first half and a second half. And so, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get us right over this road again. So we're going to use this road as our southerly reference, so that's our initial heading, okay? And then we want to have a point off of our left wing, and that's why we were using the tip of that lake.
Gotcha.
So we're just about over the road here. So the first half of the maneuver begins with a pull. Once we get to about 60 degrees nose high, I want you to just tip your head or lean your head or rotate your head to the left and just focus on the tip of that lake. And again, think of it like a video game. Do whatever is required to fly the nose, with the objective being you get 10,000 bonus points if if you fly the nose so that the nose is pointed right at that lake, just as we enter inverted flight, just as the nose falls through the horizon. That's maneuver number one. Then as soon as we're pointed off to the end of the lake, then you keep the nose coming down and then find this road and fly us right back to this initial heading. That's the second half of the maneuver, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to dive her down. And it's called a barrel roll, so the thing people tend to do is use way too much aileron. It's more of an elevator maneuver. So we're just going to dive her down. And we go pretty high. It's kind of like a big floaty maneuver. So nose is coming up nice and straight. Notice we haven't started to roll yet. Now I'm looking at the lake. I'm still mainly just pulling. Very little roll, very little roll. Objective is to end up pointed right at that lake as the nose goes through the horizon. Boom. Now I'm looking at our road again. I've hardly moved the stick at all. And we come all the way back around. And I bet we didn't see more than 2 Gs the whole time. Make sense?
Gotcha.
All right. Okay, let's stand by 1. I'm showing traffic once again. Our location 1,000 feet above us. Let's see. We're going to do a turn here. Now he's gone. A lot of crazy readings out here. I'm not sure why. All the way around. Okay, you ready for the barrel roll?
Roger that.
Alright. So here's our road. So now let's pick a different point off the left wing. So there's like just, those little puffy clouds, or just pick one of them and use that as your reference point. And remember, it's mostly elevator, very little aileron. So whenever you're ready, just lower that nose. Looking for our magic 170 knots, and then just kind of listen to my voice as well. So
you got it.
Alright, there's 170, so nose is coming up, so pull back, pull, don't start to roll yet, don't start to roll, pull, now start to roll and pull, keep pulling, you quit pulling, pull. See what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Okay, just roll us all the way around. Oh, I got the airplane.
You got it. Sorry about that.
That's alright. We're just going to go right back up here. We'll just get reset. No big deal. And we'll do one more, and then we probably ought to head her on back. It's almost time for our pilot's briefing. We got a show to do. So it's kind of like when you start the pull, once you introduce the little bit of roll, you don't change anything. Just kind of hold what you got, and it'll fly itself all the way through. So let's do this. Let's do one together, and then we're going to go right in to do a second one, and I'm going to get off on the second one.
Okay.
All right? So here's our road once again, and now we're going to be able to use the tip of our lake one more time. And make sure you just physically turn your head and stare at the end of that lake once we start that portion of the maneuver. All right, so we're diving down. Airspeed's building up. 140. 150. 160. And 170. So kind of notice how high we pitch the nose, looking straight ahead. Nose coming up. Now I'm looking at the lake. And I've set my control inputs, and if you're on the stick, you'll notice nothing's moving. I'm just kind of holding it. I'm not moving anything, not moving anything. There's our road that we started over. I haven't moved the stick a single bit, all the way back to level. So you've got the airplane.
Okay, we've got it. And nose coming down.
Yep. And nose coming up. Okay, so bring it up a little higher. Now focus on the lake and just set your controls. Keep rolling and keep pulling and rolling. And just fly it all the way over to the tip of the lake. A little more pull. Pull, and roll. That's getting better. Better fly. Whoop. Okay. I'm on here with you.
Thanks very much, Brian.
Just takes practice. All right, we're going to do one more thing, and then we'll head her on back. Are you married? Yeah, I know you're married, because I've heard you talk about your wife a couple times. Children?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to head back towards Rochester, but we're going to say hi to the family here. So we've done about 5.5 positive Gs, about 1.5 negative. You want any more than that? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're going to do, so the camera's in the front seat there. I'm going to give you a chance to say hi to everybody here in just a second. So we're just going to pitch the nose up, nice and easy. We're going to stop. We're going to do a half of a roll. And now you got to look at that camera and say hi to the family. Show them how hard you're working today. The things you do to keep employed. Somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
All right. Oops, sorry about that. Had the fuel switched wrong. We're good. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to freak you out.
No, I was good.
All right. That was a great flight.
Oh, thanks very much, Brian. That was great.
You did a great job. Let me get us dialed back in for Rochester. Rochester. Then we'll head back. Turning the radio back up. I tell you what, why don't you go ahead and take the airplane, fly us home. You'll take us to about a mile final, and then I'll take it from there. So airport's 12 o'clock, about 18 miles. Just head us right that way.
Yep, got it.
And then we'll just keep this nice, easy descent going down to about 1,500 feet. Good morning, Rochester. Correction, Oracle 5.
Oracle 5, Rochester approach.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Oracle 5 is an extra 300. Back with you, showing 15 miles south-southeast, 3,700.
Are you inbound for landing?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Inbound for landing.
Oracle 5, Squawk 0313.
0313 for Oracle 5. Whoops. Now the bad part is we got to descend back down into where it's hot and bumpy.
Yeah, that's true.
As much fun as these airplanes are.
Oracle 5, radar contact 13 miles southeast of Rochester. Altimeter is 29087. It is India's current. Expect runway 25.
We'll expect 25 for Oracle 5. Thank you. As much fun as these airplanes are, that 182 would sure be a nice airplane to have.
It's a good traveler.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, in Florida, we've got, you know, the Extra and my little Luscombe. Well, neither one of those is really well suited for traveling, or, you know, if you have company, you can only take one person at a time.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to have somewhere you can go, you know, and fly down to Cape Canaveral, or, you know, over to Orlando, or, you know, my wife's parents over in Sanibel. I've always really liked the 182s.
Southwest 2244, Rochester approach.
My father-in-law's a retired
Expect the visual approach.
Pan Am Delta captain, and he just got back into flying, and he rents, down in Fort Myers, he rents a G1000 equipped 182 all the time, and loves it.
I tell you, that G1000's awesome.
Yeah, when we were doing the shows in the Columbia, we had the G1000. I never used it a lot, but we've been using Garmin equipment forever, and you know, my new favorite toy is my 796, my portable. And I use it in all these airplanes when we're traveling.
Some air work out here at my present location. You want me to squawk VFR or stay with you?
It's up to you. You want to stay with me, you can do that.
Well, that was an outstanding flight. Pour me out.
Okay, we'll stay with you. Hey, give me a...
Well, I appreciate it, Brian.
Yeah, well, hopefully,
awesome
hopefully you
airplane.
enjoyed it.
Oh, I absolutely did.
Oracle 5, you have the airport site.
Airport's in sight, yes sir, for Oracle 5.
Oracle 5, enter left base runway 25 and contact tower 118.3.
Switching now, Oracle 5. Rochester Tower, Oracle 5 is with you. Airport site, left base 25.
Oracle 5, Rochester Tower, number 2, runway 25, clear to land, Cessna traffic close in left base.
Clear to land 25, number 2, Oracle 5. Yeah, the nice thing is get you out to the school sometime, because those guys actually know how to teach aerobatics. I'm not definitely not the world's best aerobatic instructor. I don't get to do it a whole lot. I mainly are given rides, and our instructors at our school, in my opinion, are the best aerobatic instructors in the United States. You know, each one of them probably flies 3 or 4 times a day, and they are phenomenal instructors.
Well, definitely have to come out for it then.
Oh yeah, you'd love it. You know, it's like immersion training, because the town where our school is called King City, and there is nothing else to do in King City.
Oh, yeah.
You go there and you fly, and there's good Mexican food, and that's about it. It's an agricultural town. It's very small. We can keep her coming down to 1,500 feet. And we're set up really nice for 2.5 right here, so this is perfect.
What do you got in the back? I got right at 1,500.
I've got I'm showing 2,000. That altimeter, they might have set it at 0 when we took off.
Oh, they did. Sorry about that.
2-5 Romeo.
Normally we do 0 when we're flying aerobatics, but anytime I'm flying around
25 at Echo,
B and
or 5 Romeo.
C airspace, I usually just use regular altimeter. That way I don't have to do all the mental math on the way back and get myself in trouble.
Right.
So yeah, for you at 1,000 it'd be good. So what we do is when we get back on the ground, I'll copy this video onto a thumb drive for you, and you'll be able to take that with you.
That's awesome.
So it's everybody. Think I'm jealous? He did great. He did great. You saw it.
It was cool.
Well, I envy you getting to fly the helicopter. One of my best friends is an Apache instructor. God, I would just love to get in one of those things.
They are awesome.
Okay, tell you what, I've got the airplane.
Yeah, the airplane.
Just be mindful of the brakes on landing and the pedals, and other than that,
Yep, I got my feet out of the way for you.
We are all good.
Traffic not available.
Getting turbulence off of those hangars over there.
Hello, Tower JetBlue 53, ready for departure 22.
JetBlue 53, Rochester Tower, wind 22012, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
JetBlue 53, cleared for takeoff.
And we are back.
Oracle 5, turn left at Echo, ground point 7.
Point 7 went off at Echo, thank you. Oracle 5. Alright, piece of cake. Rochester ground, Oracle 5 is clear of 25 at Echo, back to the 700 ramp, please.
Oracle 5, straight ahead to the ramp.
Straight ahead, thank you.
Are you taking up media people? Is that what you're doing?
Actually, we've just been taking up a lot of our friends from Oracle customers, having fun.
Gotcha.
Heck with the media.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. That was fun. I'm hot. How about you?
Yeah, it's warm.
As soon as we get this canopy open, it'll cool off, and Nick or Chad will get you some water. See, there's your Dunkin' Donuts, by the way, if you look to the right.
Ah, that's the important stuff.
That's where that's my stop every morning. Gotta have my Dunkin'. One of my complaints about where we live, the nearest one's like 5 miles away.
Oh, that's too far.
Rochester Brown County 75.
on Rochester, ground taken.
County 75.
County 75, what would you like?
I'm at the radar island here.
All right, sir. Thanks for flying.
No, thank you, Brian.
Back to the